but my son will not be dating a black girl. He will not. Because yesterday we went to Six Flags, and when I tell you the pure level of disgust that I saw in these black girls that you independent queens are raising is purely disgusting and disturbing. I literally left early because my kids was looking like, what the hell is going on? And this is in the Bay Area, California. These girls, all of them unsupervised, in packs, unsupervised, no supervision, just running amok in the theme park. Multiple fucking fights break out, multiple. And I'm just like, okay, the police had to start patrolling the fucking park because these little bitches couldn't keep their hands to themselves. One little bitch about 12 years old talking about some, oh, fuck Jeremy, his small anyway, don't want to meet me. What do you mean it's small anyway? Girl, you are 12 to 13 years old. And then these other girls like, ooh, boo, boo, boo. And these dudes are like, y'all are hella chopped. Y'all are hella, it wasn't even the black boys. It was the girls. The girls was fighting, multiple fucking fights. Fucking parking lot shut down from fucking them little motherfuckers fighting. And then this white lady asked her not to talk like that. Her and her friends trying to fight the white lady. I'm like, just no self-respect, no fucking home training. And I see why, and I seen a lot of, when I seen the black boys with the white girls coupled up, looking cute, I seen the Mexican kids, I seen the Asian, only ones outside acting a fucking ass was the black girls. And I'm specifically saying black girls. There was no black boys acting the ass. It was the black fucking girl. Oh, fuck that bitch, she bumped into me. You are 16 years old. Calm down. When I tell you, you bitches are raising little miniature fucking single fucking baby mamas, that's what the fuck y'all raising. Because them little motherfuckers don't respect themselves. They don't respect nobody else.
Okay, I heard the lady, and she kind of been going viral lately with some of her takes against some of the things that black women be doing. And like I said, you got a lot of women that take the black man's side and go against women for monetary gain. Now, that could be her angle. Who knows these days? Okay. So, you know, and I like that she didn't delete it. She did apologize. I tried to find that video, put it at the end or something. She tried to apologize, but said she don't want her sons dating black women after what she's seen at Six Flags. And she's from the Bay Area too. Thumbs in the video, share, subscribe channel, hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. And you know, she said everywhere she looked, you know, everybody else is behaving, but not the black women. Now, the internet kind of programmed y'all to kind of see things one way. But when you see it on the internet and then you see it in live and living color, it's kind of like, damn, you know, maybe the internet right. But, I mean, that's her, you know, I get mad. You know, she got over emotional at women do and say something on the internet and post it. You know, she could have stopped the camera. She could have said, oh, I'm not going to post this, but she posted it. She felt that way. And, you know, they've been going viral all year. From the ladies of lately, one lady, you know, cut off a lady's testicle. One lady earlier this year went to jail over a $5 Starbucks coffee. One lady just shot another lady because she held the door open and didn't say thank you. What about the women that was at Disney World half-ass naked in those bubble skirts? I mean, we can go on and on and on. It's a woman that drove from Ohio to Detroit to pop her mom or a mom over custody. Everywhere you look, it's women fighting. And it's black women fighting, black women acting the fool. You know, the internet was the worst thing to happen to them. Before, they would just blame black men. Oh, it's the black man's fault, whatever it is. That shit don't work no more. It doesn't work anymore. Because y'all got on the internet and y'all got to telling on y'allself. Literally and figuratively, you know. And everybody's starting to see like, dang, you know, this is what black men been putting up with. Absolutely. I seen the Brother Black Guru do a video on a mother arguing with her daughter. You know, and you know, obviously it's the daughter entitled, she's spoiled and she disrespecting her mother, but she had a point. She had a couple points in there. Hate to say it, she kind of was right in her way. These mothers, you know, in the black community believe when you turn 18, get the fuck out of my house. Especially to them little girls because they envy how they look. Because that's how they used to look. You know? And then they tell you to get out at 18 and don't have any savings for you. Don't have nothing to pass down to you. They had all this child support, all this WIC EBT. And when that's all gone, they kick the kids to the curb. Especially the young girls. And y'all wonder why they out here having a hoe and sell their coochie cat. Never taught them about taxes, never taught them how to get a job. All they would teach them is hand them down on how to get Section 8 and welfare. And when the child realized at 18 and 19 and all you was a check to your mother, of course that's heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? I may talk about that story. And of course that's heartbreaking. But I'll tell you something that my boy told me, Mike, when he hear it, he'll know. He said the best thing he did was get out of his mother's house. See, that was the best movie ever made in his life. It's crazy, right? But my thing is this with this lady saying all of that, right? My thing is this. If she said, oh, I don't want my black daughter dating these black males out here. See, when they say black males, that's a diss. Hopefully y'all know that. When they call you a male and these females call you a male, that's a diss. That's a diss. I hope y'all know that. When these females, oh, you a male, that's up there with insecure. That's a diss. You got to check these hoes. I'm a man, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You just got to. But if she got on here talking about, oh, I want my black daughter dating black men and these black men are trash or these black males are trash, they would praise her. She'd be at 1 billion subs. They would send her stars. They would send her cash apps. You know what I'm saying? They would send her everything. They'd be praising her. They'd be praising her. Somebody tell me I'm lying. They'd be hitting her with the Maxwell, you the highest of the high. They'd be praising her. Remember Cynthia G said, delete black babies? Look at the sprinkle chick. Used to be a 400-pound fat bitch. Y'all always take advices from the mid hoes. Maybe because deep down in your heart, you know you a mid, you a ugly woman, and you know what I'm saying, you a big bitch. Maybe that's why. If big back sprinkle can do it, you can do it. And I guarantee you it ain't like the bitch lost the weight. I'll tell you that. The bitch copped out and got this liposuction and put a sleeve over her fucking stomach. Let's call it being the bean. The reason y'all take advice from the ugliest, fattest, middest hoes is because deep down inside, you know you the ugliest, fattest, middest hoes. And you don't want to do the work to be a better bitch. That's it. You don't want to do the work to be a better bitch. And that's why in relationships, women ask so much from the man because they don't want to do nothing. And that's why when she ain't doing her job, you got to kick them hoes to the curb and take your dick with you. I tell you that all the time. But yeah, if she was going around talking about delete black babies and black male babies or I don't want my son and my daughter dating black males, they would praise her. See, this is why I'm not going to throw the coon word on her. I see Peace World says she's a coon and all that. I ain't going to throw that on her because if the roles are reversed, she would be praised. And I'm telling y'all, y'all need to redefine what a coon is. That's a fact. See, y'all look at people dating now that's being a raccoon. Y'all look at it as a very surface level. It's very surface. The real raccoons are the people who are, you know, it's black mothers out here that's telling their sons to be criminals and sell drugs. I didn't believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's true. Go sell dope. Go do this. Black mothers that told them to go do that. I feel like that's a coon. I feel like you a coon if you get with a man and you know he a prison pookie, you know he ain't gonna be there. You the real coon. If you leaving your husband for no reason, or you leaving your wife and doing bull, man, you a coon. If you creating all these kids as a man and you ain't gonna be under one roof or take care, you a coon. All that surface level shit, man, it's a bunch of coons selling drugs to your own community. Like, we can just go deeper into it. No, they sit here in this black fatigue shit. Man, we've been had Brad fatigue for years, Becky fatigue for years. But in short, you know, you can't make a generalization statement off of one situation. I understand what you see on the internet and out there. I don't get out much for real, but we went to the fireworks this past year in a nearby city, real nearby, right? And I'm seeing the same thing going with white kids. Real talk. I seen this black boy, he was with this white girl. They couldn't be no more freshmen in high school. And the brother, one of the kids walked up to him and said, "Oh man, she got herpes." I said at like 14, 15. And she was like, "Oh my God." And the boy looked shocked. They was doing that shit, you know. And this is when you see these houses and in these neighborhoods over here, they was well-off families. Now the kid could have been lying and all that type of stuff, but they were well off. You could tell these kids was well off. And they was acting the fool doing the same thing. Now, should I make a rash decision and say, "Oh man, I don't want my daughter dating niggas like this or girls like that on my Sunday"? No, you can't make those decisions. You know, you can't really control who your kids date no more. Especially as a woman, you don't have the autonomy to do that. You know, you don't. You know, if you want to put your sons in arranged marriages, guess what? For you to be in an arranged marriage, you got to have something. You got to be sending them to college, paying for their lifestyle, financially funding them, having a trust for them. You know what I'm saying? You have to have those things for them. But if you ain't giving them nothing, or you don't have nothing over their head, you know, no, I have to kind of make it seem like that. You can't control who they date and who they marry. You know, that's the thing about, that's the thing about, you know, arranged marriages. When you, and I was talking about the girl in the beginning, when she was mad at her mother putting her out. That's the thing about it. To do arranged marriages and to pass things down to your kids, you need to be with a man. Men pass things down: homes, cars, trusts, properties, investments. You know, you can even leave your stock portfolios. You can leave that in your will to your people. Women don't pass down nothing because they don't have they don't really have a pulse when it comes to spending. See, this is why it's important. If you want to start a tradition, especially for black people, it starts with your individual household and how you raise your kids. You only can raise your kids functionally right under a nuclear household. So if you want to, arrange tradition where your kids is dating who you want them to date or marrying who they want you to marry, then you got to stick under the husband's leadership. Y'all can't co-parent. Y'all got to be in the same house, showing them what a man supposed to do, showing them what a woman supposed to do. I remember my mother said, when you get together, you never have disagreements and arguments in front of the kids. Y'all stay as a united front together, and then y'all might go to the garage, y'all might go to the car when the kids sleep or doing something. And then you have those conversations and y'all work it out and y'all always united front. You can never let the kids come between y'all. They can never see y'all going back and forth. That's a sign of weakness. So you have to create those functionable households, for the kids. Therefore, we build together. We both work. We both pour into the pot. We save money. We show them what the world looks like. We go on vacations. We have college funds. We support what they're supposed to do. Therefore, if you leave them assets and you raise them right and you set them up for right life, then you can have prearranged marriages. Then y'all can determine who y'all son marry. So it starts with the individual household, and it's the benefit for the kids. This is what I always say. When women walk away for their own sexual pleasure, because that's what it is. They want to be able to throw that wop around where they want to throw it. When they walk around and do things for them and they don't think about nobody else, they don't think about their husband, they don't think about their mother, they don't think about their kids, they don't think about their own kids, that's very demonic. Satanism, one of the main ingredients in Satanism is selfishness, is I. Always thinking about I. Everything is us, I. I mean, us as women, us as men, us as I. Oh, I got to put myself above my kids. And believe it or not, most women put themselves above God. They put themselves above their husband, their man. They put themselves above their parents, above their kids. Everything, they always come first before everything. They don't live by the letter of the Bible. I keep telling y'all that. But hey, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Peace.
I do want to take a moment to apologize for my statements in my video earlier about how my son wouldn't date a black girl. I do want to apologize about that because I didn't realize that people just accept the behaviors of black girls that I find impulsive, I find disgusting, and I find disturbing. So I do want to take a moment to apologize for that. If that is the behaviors that you guys accept, then that is the behavior that you guys accept. And I should not be judging people for what they believe in. You know, if you believe that that they were okay in that behavior, then that is okay and that's what you accept. I mean, me personally, when I saw 4 girls trying to jump a white woman for her asking them not to say PUSSY and DICK in front of her kid, and you know, they're like 5 and 7-year-old girls, I personally feel like that was wrong. But again, you guys said that that's kids being kids, and that is fine. I've gotten a lot of backlash, and you know what? At the end of the day, if that's the way y'all are raising y'all kids and y'all feel like y'all kids can act that way, I am not one to judge. And again, my words, when I was saying it, I was very upset because of what I saw. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that my son wouldn't date a black girl. It's more or less like those type of black girls I would steer my son away from. And yes, I do give him guidance, and his dad does give him guidance to not put up with disrespect. You know what I mean? If a girl is going to be loud and disrespectful and fighting and a hooligan and all this other stuff, you don't deal with those type of girls, like, at all. So again, I think that the way that I viewed this younger generation, I guess I didn't have a clear understanding of it. But now that you guys have told me in multiple videos that I was wrong for calling them BITCHs and saying that they were, and was wrong for calling them HOEs for basically talking about penises and, you know, having sex and all this other stuff at 12 years old, I guess, you know, I just wasn't aware that that was okay in the community. You know what I mean? So I do apologize for that.